An extraordinary victory at the Spanish Grand Prix wasn't just about on-track dominance. There's a bigger story behind Alex Marquez's resurgence that is now starting to come to light. From a performance that was questioned early in the season to an almost flawless display in Jerez, all eyes are now on one key question: what exactly has changed? Even more surprising, Alex's post-race remarks are said to have shaken his rivals, including Marco Bezzecchi. Is this the sign of a permanent comeback, or just a fleeting moment that will be hard to replicate? Let's dive into the very end. Alex Marquez has finally revealed, in greater detail, the crucial factors behind his surge in performance after securing a dominant victory in Jerez. A result that not only surprised many, but also affirmed his maturity as a top-tier rider. From the very beginning of the weekend, the Gresini racing rider had already shown strong indications of his potential. During Friday's free practice sessions, Alex consistently ranked among the fastest, demonstrating a combination of confidence, track understanding, and a bike setup that was nearing perfection. The only factor that briefly disrupted his chances of sweeping every session was the extreme weather. A sudden heavy rain during the sprint race significantly altered the race dynamics. Although the Ducati package proved to be the most competitive throughout the weekend, the path to victory was far from easy. Alex had to contend with pressure from several top riders whose experience and speed could not be underestimated, including Marc Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio. The competition was intense, particularly in terms of tyre management, lap time consistency, and decision-making in crucial moments. However, with remarkable composure and near-flawless execution, Alex managed to maintain his race pace all the way to the finish line. This victory was not only a significant personal achievement, but also had a major impact for Ducati, which finally returned to the top step of the podium after a wait since the Malaysian Grand Prix last season. This result marks a major turning point for Alex Marquez, who in the first 3 rounds of the season had failed to reach the podium, with his best result being a 4th-place finish in the MotoGP Austin sprint race. Those performances reflected an adaptation phase that was not yet complete, especially in races held outside Europe, where he often struggled to find his rhythm, and lost confidence while riding the Ducati GP26. However, his return to Jerez, a circuit with strong emotional value as the place where he claimed his first MotoGP victory a year earlier, provided a significant boost in motivation. Even so, Alex admitted that before the weekend began, he had doubts about his ability to be competitive. Beyond psychological factors, Alex also highlighted a significant improvement in his understanding of the bike and his racing approach. This time, he was able to maximize the full potential of his package, something he had not achieved earlier in the season. He emphasized that the biggest change lay in a more constructive mindset, focusing on the positives while continuing to work intensively with the team to identify and address remaining weaknesses. According to him, the impressive result in Jerez was not just about speed, but a combination of confidence, technical adaptation, and consistency in executing race strategy. An achievement that even exceeded his own expectations. Interestingly, the long break in the MotoGP calendar gave Ducati the opportunity to bring several technical updates to Jerez. Now equipped with factory-spec machinery, Alex was able to take full advantage of these upgrades. The Gresini team even accelerated the use of some components that were originally planned for post-race testing. Although he was reluctant to reveal full details, Alex gave a small hint that the most noticeable change lies in the rear aerodynamics. Other updates, however, remain closely guarded secrets that have yet to be disclosed to the public. The combination of technical upgrades and improved adaptation has allowed him to rediscover a competitive edge similar to last season, when he was almost always finishing on the podium. Even so, Alex remains realistic. He emphasized that it is still too early to determine whether this improvement is consistent or simply a one-off performance. Upcoming rounds such as Le Mans, Mugello, and Montmello will be the real test. One of the most striking aspects of his performance in Jerez was his improvement in left-hand corners, an area that was not previously one of his strengths. This progress even caught the attention of his brother, Marc Marquez, who is widely known for his dominance in that sector. Alex explained that intense training with Marc, through both flat track and motocross sessions, has been a key foundation behind his significant performance gains. In every session, he not only trained physically but also actively observed and studied the finer details of his brother's riding style, from braking techniques and body positioning to how he controls the bike when entering and exiting corners. He then gradually adapted these elements into his own riding style, while still adjusting to the characteristics of his bike. Slowly but surely, the results of this process have become evident on track. Alex is now showing consistent improvement, particularly in handling left-hand corners, which had previously been one of his weak points. In crucial sectors such as turns 4, 7 and 8, he has been able to ride with greater confidence and competitiveness, approaching Marc's level of performance. This development reflects not only technical progress, but also growing mental maturity and sharper racecraft. On the other hand, this defeat triggered an emotional reaction from Marco Bezzecchi. The rider, known for his aggressive style and strong determination, was reportedly dissatisfied with his own performance after failing to match Alex Marquez's pace throughout the weekend. In several post-race statements, Bezzecchi hinted at deep frustration, especially since he believes he has the capability and potential to compete at the front, but lost momentum during crucial phases that ultimately determine the final result. Furthermore, Bezzecchi openly pointed out several technical aspects that he believes are not yet at an optimal level. He mentioned a lack of front-end feeling, which affected his confidence when entering corners, as well as inconsistency on corner exits that made it difficult to maintain rhythm. He even stressed that the result in Jerez does not reflect his true ability, a statement that highlights not only his disappointment, but also his strong ambition to improve and bounce back in the next races. Losing to Alex Marquez also seems to be a significant blow for Bezzecchi, especially as both riders are now part of an increasingly tight competition among Ducati riders. His emotional reaction is not merely a momentary outburst, but rather an indication that this rivalry has the potential to evolve into a more intense and high-pressure battle in the races to come, as expectations and stakes continue to rise at the top of the standings. In the end, the victory in Jerez was not just a remarkable result for Alex Marquez, but also a strong signal that he is beginning to find his best form, technically, mentally, and strategically. At the same time, Marco Bezzecchi's emotional response adds another layer of drama to the competition, opening the door for an even more heated rivalry in the upcoming rounds. If this trend continues, we may witness a far more intense and high-stakes battle at the top of MotoGP this season. In your opinion, will Alex Marquez's outstanding performance continue consistently in the next races? Share your thoughts in the comments below.